I'm gonna go ahead and start that. Welcome, one and all, to the legendary Dragon Quest X. Depending on the location and stuff, I may move where my camera is, depending on that, but besides that, we'll start here. We'll go ahead and let the opening play. Because what is a Dragon Quest game without its fantastical opening music? I always, no matter, even if it's one of my least favorite Dragon Quest games, I always love the openings. They just always have that nostalgia of the grand opening of it. It's welcome to our world again. Did I say 10? Did I say 10? I didn't mean 10, I meant 11. Did I? That's oops. We're always starting making mistakes. It might as well be 10, since we're probably never getting it. But I'm gonna turn my camera off. Simply gorgeous. So when did they sneak the S in there? I actually have not seen it at all. Anyway. So, for those watching in YouTube land, I did make a dummy file to test out the audio levels, so you don't start out blasting people's ears immediately. So, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that, and we're going to... That's funny, it still has... Oh, there's an autosave. Anyway, so. As far as I know, the hero doesn't have an official name yet, so. Atticusmj. One of the best JRPGs I've played in years. Well, that's what I said about Nier Automata and Persona 5. So, let's see if Dragon Quest XI can break through and be like, yeah, we're gonna be awesome. Oh, let's see. Most official screenshots and videos name him Evelyn, I believe. Evelyn. Evelyn the non-elven elves. But we're gonna go ahead with 3D mode. I was telling Cell before I started this recording, what I was considering at least to show off 2D mode a little. Wait, I said no. Well, I am going to go with 3. I was just going to let the video for 2D mode play for a second below. What I'm thinking of doing is playing through Chapter 1 in 3D, and then play through Chapter 1 in 2D, and then go back to 3D for Chapter 2, is what I was... Not Elvin, like in number 11. Elvin. 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 11. Something tells me it's gonna be one of those yiffy, yoofy, yafu, yoofus, yuffy, yuffles kind of situations. It's yuffy, it's yiffy, it's yoofy, it's yaffy, it's tifa, it's taffy, it's toofy, it's Bahamut, it's Bahamut, it's Bahamut, Bahamut! Spoken like 11, but not written with the words. Oh deal. Yeah, I can always see the arguments, the years to come, the great wars of pronunciation. I can always see them 10 years from now. People will be reminiscing on the Great War. I know Pad's gonna want Japanese. If it lets me change it during the game, I will maybe try out some Japanese for some segments. Like perhaps if maybe we die doing something like that. To see some of the Japanese acting, but... Yeah, well, mostly English-speaking people, as far as I'm aware of, so I would think most people are gonna want to hear the English. Now, if the English is really fucking bad, though, I'll change it. I mean, I like to think I'm pretty, fair to some dubs, but there are some that are just completely horrendous, and I just would rather hear the Japanese, so... But I don't think that's the case from what I've heard, so... Now, I did see the initial beginning of this, because I tried out the PS4 version a long time ago, before they announced this. And then they announced this, and then people were like, no, buy this version, so... Hey, wait a minute, that guy looked kind of like that dude with the little red hat.
This child, he is the one?
There's the mark. There's no mistaking it.
I didn't notice that last time. No, not the window. One of the best in a long time, man. Oh no! What are the Dragon Quest hero people when you need them? Now, I don't know anything about the story besides the little bit I played, so... I mean, it's pretty obvious that the main character's pretty a pawn here, considering he has some mark and Giant Kingdom was, like, born to the ground.
Oh my. What in heavens are you doing here? And after that awful storm, too. However did you survive? Oh, you're a jolly one. What's this? Oh, you poor thing. Come here. Come here. Oh, there's no need to be frightened anymore. You're safe now, little fellow.
Graphics are gorgeous still, too. I would assume this is a little below the PS4, but, you know, as you all know, I'm not a big graphics whore, so... It still looks really fucking impressive to me. And as far as I understand, the entirety of the game is on the cartridge, so that's also impressive, considering a lot of companies have been a bunch of cheap bastards with Switch versions. Like, even the Resident Evil games cheaped out. Cheap bastards. That is a really big dog, though.
Thanks so much. You're a lifesaver. Trust me to lose my headscarf just before the big ceremony. So it's finally here, the big day. I can't believe we're going to be climbing all the way up there.
Oh, blimey, good.
Looks like Sandy's keen to lead the way. Come on, best not keep her waiting.
Okay. Laneway and everything looks good. Don't see any screen tailing. Nothing noticeably on. I call it a success. Hell, I mean, there's tons of grass everywhere on that. What if I want to keep them waiting? Maybe they were terrible parents. Wasn't there a way to... Or did I just have to... Yeah. You gotta tilt the walk. All grown up. Proud. Now, my understanding, the original Japanese release of this game did not have a, voice acting. And apparently the Switch version is the first time Eleven's had a Japanese cast. The dog's got more sense than any of us. Oh, stupid. Follow the dog. It knows your destiny. Oh, speaking... So there should be an option... Yeah. So, the original release also didn't use real instruments, so... I'm more probably likely to want to play with the original. It kind of depends on the music overall. Wasn't the 3DS version of Dragon Quest VIII the first time, I think? Because I thought they added some in the Japanese version of the 3DS version. I know the original on the PS2 did not. That was a unique thing they did for the US to try and actually interest Westerners more in the franchise. You know, I feel sad every time they do so much to try and interest the Western market more in Dragon Quest, and it just never seems to work out. I mean, the only thing they fucked up,
Humble
Willie...
folk of cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. That's how it goes, isn't it?
The only thing they really fucked up with the Western version of the Dragon Quest VIII on the PS2 was with the changing of how they did the menus. They made the whistle command worthless because it took more time to just do whistling as opposed to being super quick in the normal Dragon Quest menus.
My granddad's been teaching me the prayer ever since I was little. He reckons the spirit of the land really does live on Cobblestone Tor, you see. As long as I can remember, he's been preparing me for this day. The day it would finally be my turn to climb all the way up there and offer my thanks. I just wonder whose idea it was in the first place, sending the village's young folk on such a dangerous errand. What if I take a tumble and do myself a mischief? Well, not to worry. Since you and me were born on the same day, I'm lucky enough to have a bodyguard along for the journey. Come on then. That craggy old thing won't climb its...
I was gonna say, you know, what happens if somebody dies on this?
Oh.
Oh no, the most dreaded foe in all of the series.
Monsters! They're coming this
That's a
way.
Nickelodeon cartoon. She's so cute. She's a cute protector. Must protect waifu material. A group of slimes has drawn near. Draw your weapons. Okay. So, in 2D mode, they made this like a much more of a traditional game. So, like, the kind of way this looks really reminds me of kind of like Grandia. You know, actually, some people might hate this comparison, but actually this also kind of reminds me of how Quest 64 actually worked. As terrible as people might find that comparison, does it matter if, like, I go behind an enemy or something? Like, does positioning like that matter, actually? I'm not sure if that actually matters any.
Get him!
Oh, you can keep moving around when it's not even your turn. That's interesting. So what, can I like, just keep... Whoever slime tries to go after me, can I run around and keep a slime, like, get him! Get him! And the walking around does absolutely nothing. Doesn't matter at all. Oh. You can disable the walking around in 3D as well. So it does nothing, so positioning and nothing. But can I make an enemy, like, chase after me, though? Like, if it tries to attack me, will it just chase me around the circle?
Crikey.
Oh, no, it runs faster than me.
Go on, you can do it!
Can't outrun it. I was gonna say, that'd be funny if you just ran in a giant circle with it. It's like, come back here!
Go on! Phew.
It really does actually remind me of Quest 64, though. It really does.
Crikey, I wasn't expecting that. I know they were only little, but I'd have been done for if you and Sandy hadn't been here to help me.
Bit of a shame, but oh well.
And now we've got to go through that horrible, dingy cave. Just our luck. I'll bet you anything that's where those awful things came from. Well, as long as you're with me, I've got nothing to worry about. Come on, let's get going.
That's slimism. She's a slimist. Happen to know, Slime Knights are really nice people. Now, out of random curiosity, can you, like, still find stuff on the ground? Because I know Dragon Quest always loved hiding shit everywhere. So I don't know, like, I'm sure those chests you can find. Yeah, see right there. Boom. Oh, we found one. Potted lid. Sounds like a win. So dog. Now, does it give you any hints, or do you have to, like, or do you have to be like, something, somewhere? Probably the only part I really ever hated of that was Dragon Quest II finding, okay, it gives you a sparkling hint. Figured. I don't mind, like, non-seeable items. Sometimes that can be fun, but they can be annoying when it's something you have to get, like in Dragon Quest II. That's when it's very annoying. That was probably the thing I hated the most in Dragon Quest II, was finding, what were they, like, little medallions or something? I don't quite remember. They were something you needed for the storyline. And if I remember correctly, you got an item you could use, and it would, like, make a beeping sound if you were anywhere near it. Something like that. It's been a long time since I played Dragon Quest II. What we got over here? Sparkly. Some herbs. That's good. Now, you can see enemies in the 3D map, right? That's kind of weird. Can't go over there. Can you fall? Nope. I'm coming, Yeah, you can see enemies. I couldn't remember. Oh, I think it's gonna force me to fight those. Oh. Okay, get close enough to the monster. When the orange arrow will appear just above them, press A to give them a wallop with your weapon, lowering their HP before. So, I mean, technically, even this still works very turn-basy then. So, because I remember people saying that 3D and 2D, well, battle works a bit different. But, I mean, if moving around in the field really doesn't do anything, then it's still initially just very turn-based then. You know, if there's like a photo type mode thing, wasn't there?
Come on, you can do it.
I wonder. Yeah, you can't do it here. Cause I guess why I hit the plus button.
Fight and fight some more.
Or was that when I was trying to dummy foul? Let's see. Cause I think I saw it say something like that when. Yeah, photo mode. Take a picture of the party in various poses. Oh, wait. Everyone else vanished. Oh. It just randomly puts them around standing in places. Let's see. Funny. So, kind of a shame you can't do that in combat. That actually would... Because that would actually give moving around in combat kind of a silly touch. That's one dead slime. Oh, you know, I should try the other option for audio. See what the battle sounds like in that.
Proud of you.
A fizzle. Let's try. See what some of the music sounds in that one. Now, do enemies just randomly come back? Like, you know, they just kind of wiggle into existence again? They might not do it here if they do. They might have been trying to be easy on new people. See, a lot of times I find battle music usually benefits more from having the orchestra. What track do you think I should go with? You think I should listen to the original or go with the new version? What do you think? That one actually lived. Get Sandy.
Go on! You can do it! Go on! Phew.
Surprising no one dies on this. Loop of needles. Why are they using a hole? No one's injured. That's kind of weird. Ooh, fell on his ass before he even got back into position. That's kind of a nice touch.
Fight, fight, and fight some more! Get him!
The part of me is like, should play with the original, but now part of me is like, but maybe viewers might like the newer music more. Because most of you played through 11, right? Pretty sure you, Carter... Not sure if Dan played it. Pretty sure Pat said he played 11. Now, do enemies... Yeah, they do react. Still get the extra damage, though. Oh!
Crikey.
But that doesn't necessarily stop them from getting a forced hit attack. Well, that's interesting. She'll actually move on now. Huh. Interesting.
Go on! Go on! You can do it!
No, don't use the alcohol.
Get him!
What happens if I stand in its position?
Fight, fight, and fight some more! Go on!
It's a very nice touch to have the combat in the very area you're in, too. If it wasn't for the land of black screen, it's short, but it gives a little short black screen now.
Cool. Look at all this fog. Is this normal, do you think?
Probably not. That didn't sound very convincing.
Cole? Quick! You have to help him! It's not fog at all. It's more monsters.
Some small arms draw near.
Watch out! Crumbs! Get
She
him!
said crumbs.
Crikey! Don't give up! Go on!
I've never heard that expression before. Crumbs. I've never heard that
Here you
before.
go! Get him!
You got some HP on them.
Crumbs!
I mean, is that even a real expression?
fight
I've
some
literally
more.
never heard that before.
Crikey! Don't give up! Crumbs!
They will trying to face me. Damn, they have some agility on them.
You can do it!
There's one. Shouldn't be able to dodge since it's paralyzed in fear for some reason. I mean, it's smog. I'm not sure where it's scaled up.
Fight and fight some more!
Because on the upside, you also can, like, if you want, you know, go up to a kill or you want to see their attack from a better angle.
Well done!
I'm sorry, Gemma. I only came up here because I thought it'd be funny to jump out and surprise you.
Ha ha ha.
But then those monsters appeared.
Sounds like karma to me.
What in the world is going on? I never heard anything about monsters appearing on the tour before. But never mind that now. Whatever were you thinking? You could have been killed. You take Sandy and get back to the village this instant.
Yes, Gemma. Sorry, Gemma.
You saved my bacon again. I knew you were tough, but crikey, you really have grown into quite the hero. Not far to the top now.
Looks awfully cloudy up there. Yep.
Typical. It would have to go and start raining, wouldn't it? Come on, let's get a move on.
They really sure went with the thick British theme on it, didn't they? Well, that's kind of hard to see. That'd be why it'd be sprinkling though. Sparkling though. This one. You got Pinkie Pie. Not sure what that does. No, it's probably some kind of crafting material. Oh no! Don't tell me that pot thing with horns. I'm not a fan of that kind of crafting. I mean, mainly if you tried a lot of random things, you got some interesting stuff, but well, you'd have to have the patience to do it. I mean, of course, you can just look up a guide, but you know what fun is that? Well, I just crank out a guide and make all the OP things I can. That's not as fun. Okay, so you can fall if it's an actual place that lets you go. And then do. Kind of a shame he doesn't grab on when you jump. Which kind of makes me wonder, is there even a point, really, to jumping, then? If you actually have to select... Most stuff you can't seem to really jump over. It's supposed to be for people like me with AD&D.
Here we are at last.
Then there was...
It's such a shame about the weather. I was really looking forward to that view.
You're gonna get a view, alright.
Well, we better say the prayer and get this ceremony over with, eh? What was that? Help me! Help!
And now they die. Going in for the kill! So let me know if I get to activate that as some super OP power during combat, because that would be probably nice. Be like, zap.
We're alive.
Probably not. It's probably plot hole device.
But how? That great big flash of lightning. It was almost like you made it happen. Look! The mark on your hand! Huh? Oh, it stopped. Well, we can worry about that later. All I know is that you saved me yet again. I don't know what I'd do without you. Now, we really had better be finishing up this ceremony.
Give a prayer.
Humble folk of cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. Lift your voices up in prayer, sing it across all our drear. Blessed are we since days of yore, let it be so forevermore.
So is there not, like, no god or goddess in Dragon Quest XI? Because, I mean, there's usually some kind of general religious figure for them.
Look!
The clouds are clear and the sun is bright. Ooh, that is a very nice view.
It just goes on and on and on.
Yeah, I think they did a good job porting this. That looks gorgeous.
Whoever dreamed up this ceremony must have had this in mind. They wanted to show us how huge our world really is. Well, that's it. It's all over and now we're grown-ups. Should we head down and tell Grandad and everyone? They'll all be waiting for us at the bottom.
Yeah, we can just stay up here and have a party. We're adults now. We don't need to go back now. Wait. Aha! I barely caught that at the corner of my eye. I can get up here. Nope, no mid-dungeon. Straight to the bottom. We did it, we did it, we're adults! We're grown-ups, we can party all day and night. Well, you can pay me back in gold. I'm sure I'll need it. It's like Dragon Quest 1 where you just freaking poor as hell and they give you a stick. Here, go save the realm. Here's a stick. You can do it, oh great one. I'm sure you'll find very valuable armor along your journey. No worries of me to pay you money. Now go save my kingdom. Man, they really did a good job porting this. I mean, I'm sure big PC people who do comparison type videos and stuff be like, oh yeah, it's still low on that. So far, I'm impressed on how they were able to put this over here. Okay, little munchkins, I'll talk to you. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid them. No!
We're back safe and sound, Grandad.
Indeed you are, my dear. Thank the spirits for that. When we saw lightning striking up there, we got a little worried, I have to tell you. Well, I never. Sounds like it's nothing short of a miracle that you made it back in one piece. Well, there's no doubt about it, the spirit of the land was watching over you. Now tell me, my dear, how was the view from the top?
Oh, it was wonderful. I saw the sea stretch into the horizon and the sunlight playing on the water and... Oh, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Did look like a really gorgeous view, that's for sure.
You're true Cobblestonians now. Only we have the pleasure of looking out over the world of Erdrea in such breathtaking fashion, you know.
Why would you say that?
You're still young, and the day may yet come when you decide to leave Cobblestone behind. I hope our little ceremony has opened your eyes to a little of what may await you out there. Now, it's high time we were heading back. I'm sure your mother is eager to hear how things went, young man. Don't keep poor Amber in suspense.
Does everyone just wear generic green clothing except for that old lady?
Home time.
Like, literally every single one of them except for that one old lady was wearing green clothing. Coming of age. Of course I forgot where I live. Isn't that a normal thing? Let's see, just follow the paving stones and find your way to the back. Oh yeah, it's terrible to forget everything. And amnesia is like the plague in these kind of games. Now let's wob everyone. I'm sure there's mini medals everywhere to be looted. Can't break in there. That just detail? Can you actually find stuff like that? No way to close the door. Not sure if bags can have anything. I'm not really sure what kind of stuff you can examine for items. Break buckets. Good pony. Oh, here's some. 6 gold! I'm rich! Let's go hit the pub! Oh, I accidentally hit the analog stick. I didn't know the analog stick made text go. I'll have to be careful about that. See, antidote hole. They still do the weeding it on the backside message. I love little things like that sometimes. Little traditions. Okay, so those actual instances where jumping does be a thing. Ooh. Random medical orb. Weird to be on top of the roof. What? I want to wander around. Punk. I would imagine finding all this stuff in the 2D versions probably way simpler. What do I even have a weapon? I have a sword, so why... Yeah, it's war, so why even have that? Why is that even a thing? Why is there a terrible stick weapon? So what you're saying is all you need is to settle down to go and live happily ever after. Well, guess that's one way to try and sell your child into marriage. Get up here. It's not as many breakable and examinable things as there are usually in Dragon Quest games. Nothing up here? Huh. Fuck your pumpkins, old man. Yeah, that's what you get for trying to decide who I marry. Maybe I want to decide who I marry. Some examine all there. That book, it stands out, so we still get little tales from the bookshelves. Puns keep flooding into my mind. We could show visitors around the great stone spire beyond the village. It was a bluff. Poor child. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. There ain't a lot of things to examine, or at least in the first town, it don't seem. An orb. Alright, well, we destroyed the mayor's house. Two caves now. Probably too obvious, eh? And dog, you have to go on your own time. Here are these pumpkins. Book. What you got? Well, considering you don't have lots of ways of traveling, I would imagine horses being the best way of traveling. Once you get magic. Magic carpets, magic capes, magic dragons. Man, what happened to the... Like, is it just not a lot of stuff to find in the forest town? Or did they really cut down on the stuff to examine? I know we used to find shit in bags, the ovens, drawers. So far, the only thing we found is a few bales that we can examine. There's some breakable ones. So I'm assuming where the dog went's our house, so we'll save that for last year. Must destroy everyone's living spaces first. Thus, the JRPG tradition lives on. We'll go all secret mana on me here. I mean, I never used to even be able to find crap on the ovens. None of the bags have been examinable at all. Some of these houses have some odd doors. I mean, there's only one gigantic room. Why will we have the two doors? Oh, and they do close. Over here. Ooh, some different pots. Pots, my friend. Okay. All the houses? It's down this way. Oh, it's a magic door, it looks like. So I guess that's something to return to. So they got the different door types again. Another long-going Dragon Quest tradition. Something magical behind that door. Let's see, some more horses. Let's see. I'm gonna assume an item shop. Hey, free samples, old man? Oh, old lady. My bad. I didn't mean to. I just assumed when I opened the door I didn't even look. Wait, you not selling anything? What? How dare you not sell me anything? I'm reporting this to the old boss. Can't get up there. Kinda sucks the door is actually closed because, okay, yeah, that was the first house I went in there, so that looks like that's all the houses. So what I'm thinking, where did that church go? If he lets me swap the 2D, I could try swapping the 2D now and maybe take a look at that. Okay, so let's go ahead and confess. I'm gonna confess twice here. Do you intend on continuing? Yes. Just in case it does something. So, resurrection, purification, courses. So let's see what it is. In order to change the very way in which we see the world. When changing the world view, you may also return to any point in your adventure thus far. Would you like to proceed? It confers to me that all you have done, child, that I might need to record it in the log. Let's save over the second one. So, it does force you to save. Which, to my understanding, from what I heard, everything you got, like all your equipment, carries over with you. So, I guess that would make sense. That it wants to save so it knows what you have. Yeah. What was the point of saving, though? So we'll try out the 2D mode real quick. Then we can reload the Adventure Log 1. So we can do this as a little comparison. So it's going to show the opening again. So let's go ahead and skip that. Several years later. Now that's pixelated. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is 100% like the 3DS's 2D mode. I mean, that's supposed to be what it's at least based on. I've never seen what the 3DS 2D mode looks like, so I'm not 100% sure how that's like. I'm assuming that's back to town. Let's see. Looks sweet. Thinking about getting the Switch version just for this, if it gets cheaper. Yeah, I mean, if you only bought the PS4 version, I would probably just wait for it to be cheaper. Yeah. Well, it looks pretty decent. So, you do still have the talking option. So, that's how you do the little party chat. Well, hitting the negative button does that in 3D mode. You can still change the music. It doesn't even look like they reused any of the NPC sprites either. I was kind of curious if any of the sprites were going to be based off existing ones, but so far none of them look familiar. I mean, graphically it looks Super Nintendo-ish, 16-bit. Apparently there was some pots I missed. Wait, wasn't there a chest behind that, or was that something else? Are there even, like, different items? There was a chest behind a thing. That's... yeah, because that's the slimes. That had to have been where the chest was. Now that looks like the Super Nintendo graphics there. I mean, like the sprites. They don't move? That's kinda sad, actually. There's no movement in them at all? That's very sloppy disappointing, actually. You think they'd make them move a little? Just a pinch? It's a bit of a shame. You know, kinda surprised there ain't like some retro music option for this mode. It's sorry if I'm going through the dialogue really quick, you know, we just did all this, so I was just not lingering much for the... we're here to take in the sights. So you don't see the enemies, so it's random encounters. It's kind of a shame you have to select chapters, though. That's a bit of a shame. Yeah, I would imagine finding treasure and stuff is going to be way easier in 2D mode. Get bird's eye view and you don't have to worry about getting around 3D objects. And I guess the treasure layouts... Yeah, there's the pod lid. That was behind the grave thing. Oh yeah, I still have mine. So items location are different. Which, that's not necessarily a bad thing. If you're replaying the game, then that keeps you on your toes a little bit. That way you don't always have to expect everything to be in the same place. So, that's not necessarily bad. I mean, obviously they're not going to be able to emulate the entire environment in 2D so easily, so I'm sure there's going to be instances where they'll have to make compromises. And you still get shining items on the ground. Just a big circle. Now there were 5 or 6 encounters on the way, I believe, wasn't there? Just kind of seeing if there's maybe a consistency in that, or if it really is just... Yeah, I don't think we saw any more slime, so yeah, I think the battles are probably truly random. But yeah, I'm just gonna do the little opening part here, and then we'll reload the save file. It would be interesting to play through the 2D mode, but I think most people would want to see it through the 3D mode. Maybe down the road one day, maybe we'll come back to 11 and try the 2D mode out. Maybe do it as some kind of anniversary thing or something down the road one day. That's some frizzle. Damn, that thing dodges. Here, have some more frizzle then. Dodge this, you pile of smoke. This is the Switch version. We're just trying out the 2D mode. We just did the opening area in 3D, and we're just trying it out in 2D to see what it looks like. The only thing I find kind of sad about it is the enemies don't move any. That's kind of a shame now. Because some of the 2D ones have had movement before. Also, welcome, by the way. Interested in checking out the Switch version? For the 2D mode, it does look pretty good for the graphics, though. It doesn't even look like they recycled any sprites that I recognize. But then again, it has been a very long time since I played any of the sprite-based Dragon Quest games. And I'm just going through the dialogue quickly because we saw it in 3D mode. So, like I said, we're just showing off the 2D mode real quick here. Before I see it, all the lines are the same, so it don't look like they compromise any of the dialogue. Also, you can go at angles too, which is a bit odd. I think only like two Dragon Quest 2D games let you go at angles, really, right? Not counting the semi-3D 2D ones. You know, Dragon Quest 7 and then the remakes of 4, 5, and 6 on the DS. So I'm kind of curious what this is going to look like in 2D. That is a really small bull. They could have made him a little larger. No fancy cloud. Well, that was a little bit simplified. Just a wee bit. Sadly, we're not going to get that really good view that was in the 3D version. Oh, it's actually going to go out a little bit, though. They didn't add any boards. There was a nice little thing of boards that came by in the... Now, I could have went like a little bit lower to show a little more forced. Because, I mean, you barely see a little there. I think that part could have been done a little better. Yeah, maybe add a little more flair in there, too. Maybe a unique tree here or there. Now, one thing I'm noticing right now is there were like 2 trees here that had like branches for me to collect. And, well, those are not here. No loading screen now. Actually, I wonder if there's any loading screens at all in 2D mode, actually. I definitely remember there was one when we went back to town, so let's go back to town and see how that's like. Well, we might as well look around town, too, real quick before we swap back to 3D. Because we just did town also. Yeah, as far as I can tell, all the dialogue looks exactly the same. I have to say, that human male NPC in the back, they look kind of dull. Looks like a perfect second playthrough. Well, looks like it definitely would be a worthy thing to do a playthrough. Maybe not immediately after playing the game. Maybe after like a year or something. You know, give a little time in between. Because everyone's expecting this to be like at least 100 hours, if not more, so... So we can take a look at see what the town looks like. Ooh, they did a really nice job on the houses. Ooh, look at that window. Oh, look, it's the horn dude. Yeah, that's not the same sprite. Yeah, none of these look like they're all completely new sprites. None of them look familiar. There's a chest up there. You can't jump. What the hell? Where the hell do you get that chest? And this jackass is blocking the road. Huh. Because, I mean, there's a little ridge right there, so how are you supposed to get that chest, though? Reward for collecting 10 different items. I did not find a feather. I don't think I found a feather, did I? I can see there's a lot more breakable stuff in the 2D mode. There's the stick. There's the church, which is completely differently designed because the door was in the back. Home. And that should be the way out of town up there. So wait, then what's this bloke down here doing then? Oh, whatever he's doing now. Can we go on wells? I don't even remember seeing a well in the 3D. Was there? We'll have to take a look. Still have some of the sound effects. Not really liking the running in sound though. I mean, I'm not sure if you can hear that. It is very quiet, but it's still very annoying. Anyway, that was blocked for some reason. Why is he blocking here? I don't even remember anyone like that anymore. There's another chest. How in the hell do you get those? This was that old couple we talked to. We can steal their shit. So yeah, I guess they took out examining stuff in houses more in the 3D version. That's kind of disappointing, actually. That, I'm assuming, is my house. Oh, I never seen a place with chickens anywhere. Ooh, I did not find 50 coins. It's near my house. Might have to take a second look around my house in the 3D version. Yeah, those drawers, the Wob in the 2D mode, though. So yeah, I would assume this is going out. Yeah, that was a pun book. No, I didn't want to reread it. Don't look like anything on the ovens, though. But yeah, there's a lot more stuff to examine, too. Alright, well. Guess we'll go ahead and flop back to 3D, so... No, wait. So, like I said, to my understanding, it won't take me back to where I was. So what I'm probably gonna have to do is just reload. So let me say no to saving, and then I don't want to continue. I want to see if it goes back to the main menu, if it does the, Okay, so it kind of does both. It does the black screen and then gives you the option to go to the main menu. Alright, well. Bit interesting. What, you get retold what's going on? Eh. These guys have their ups and downs. I mean, you know, if you walk away from the game for a really long time, it's a nice way to get refreshed on what's going on. But at the same time, when you're not doing that, then it's like, I know. Okay, I want to check around my house real quick. Yeah, see that? There is a side door here, interestingly enough, but you can't use it. So yeah, town is designed a bit differently. Interestingly, you can see there is something in there, though. But you can't interact with the door. Okay, wait, so... that was there. Look in this house. I want to find that 50 gold. Yeah, that was the old couple. Yeah, that probably has. Yeah, see, here's chickens. Where's that 50 gold? Can you do anything to chickens? No? They're just chickening around. I want that 50 gold. Fuck these pumpkins. Where's the gold? I want the gold. Assuming the items are at least always somewhere. Because I did not find 50 gold. Still not 50 gold? Because, I mean, you would think every location would still... well, actually... 50 gold? No. Doofus! There's the feather. That's interesting. It actually moved upon opening it. There's the 50 gold. Sweet. So yeah, it seems the items are always in both versions of the area. They just may vary in location a bit. Well, on the upside, yeah, that gives us at least some spending money that way. Can you sit down? No? No sitting.